Hello again, Dr. Carroll. This is the second part of my Content Corner update for the during and writing portion of literacy. As I mentioned, as I left off in my last video, Ms. Ritter has found that focusing student writing on summarization has been effective in assessing their knowledge of the primary source. Just to point out key detail, substantive detail, and again to be sure that they are gleaning the finest points from the primary source document. Uh, I have amended her suggestion of summarization by including a second um, writing portion, which is sort of an in your own words, quasi constructed response question that forces them to use the details that they used in their summary, use the vocabulary terms that they have had to define, and apply it to a higher order question, a critical thinking question, to push their reasoning, to push their understanding. In my world history courses, one of our state standards is evidentiary thinking, so I oftentimes use these in your own words questions to facilitate the students using evidence from the source to either support or challenge the claim presented. In this case, how did the Black Plague, Black Death, threaten to destroy the medieval family? Now, again, using this for struggling readers or gifted readers, this question is very much open to individual persuasion. For my more detail-oriented readers, maybe my struggling readers, they may focus on maybe this first paragraph that focuses on the symptoms of the Black Death. So they could use evidence from that passage to say something to the effect, and they have done this in the past. The Black Death destroyed families because it was killing families, or better yet, killing members of the family. It was breaking families apart, leaving them not whole, taking a father, a mother, a sister, a brother, threatening the completeness of the unit. Whereas gifted my gifted readers may hone in on evidence from this second paragraph that talks about how the Black Plague, Black Death, was not just destroying the bodies of the medieval family by claiming lives, but it was also threatening the vitality of relationships between family members. There are great bits from this paragraph that talk about how parents were abandoning their children, or wives fleeing their husbands who were diagnosed with the plague. Again, breaking apart the bonds that, to most students and most modern people, would think, oh, well, a family member takes care of you when you're sick. Not the case in this source. Again, challenging modern realities and misconceptions of the past. Ms. Ritter and I tend to work well together. She is very open to new ideas and very supportive of literacy in her classroom and in the classrooms of all of her department mates. And through my studies here in this literacy course, we've really, I feel, broken some ground for our students at Southwest Edgecombe High School. Now, taking a reading like this a step further for a post-reading activity, a writing assignment, we have tended to discuss, again, how to use graphic organizers like a claim chart to, again, facilitate that next step in student understanding. In case of social studies, using evidence to support reasoning and to test claims or prompts. Ms. Ritter has used a chart like this. I've repurposed it for one of my lessons on the Protestant Reformation. Used it sort of to model evidentiary thinking, but not so much as, okay, here's a document, read it, here's the prompt, write an essay, but instead sort of treating it to students as a puzzle. Right? So we are given the claim in the center, 3 boxes for supporting, 3 boxes for challenging, and the students have to go through the source and pick out different pieces, almost like a puzzle, as evidence to either support the claim, either to defend the claim or attack the claim. For advanced students, all boxes left blank. For struggling readers, students with 504s, IEPs, or English language learners, some of these boxes could be pre-filled by the instructor, or maybe maybe not 3 boxes, but instead 2 boxes. Again, sort of adapting it to their individual needs. Now, what she and I have discussed, what we have found to be really just how should I put it? To really be the part of this organizer that really stretches the learning of all students is the little sort of summative question down here at the bottom, where the assignment forces the students to pick evidence for both sides, but then the student at the bottom has to weigh the evidence in terms of their own judgment and pick a side that they find persuasive and explain why. All right, again, this organizer moves beyond just simple comprehension questions or a single essay prompt, and again, engages the student by forcing them to, like a judge in a courtroom or member of a jury or someone in a focus group, are they persuaded? Does this argument hold water? Ms. Ritter has discussed with me that for all students, but particularly the struggling students that see a writing assignment or see a document and they feel like, and they get anxious and feel like, oh, well, this is just another thing that I fail. If you can move beyond, if you can transcend the correct, incorrect paradigm and open it up to a judgment call, a moral stance, all right, student, persuade me with your argument. Not incorrect or correct, like you got this wrong, but if you have completed the assignment and you can persuade me effectively, you get the credit. That students who struggle or who are intimidated by documents tend to really come alive and engage with literacy when presented with assessment in that way. Again, this is from our conversations. Ms. Ritter and I have been discussing the vitality of graphic organizers for scaffolded instruction for all learners, particularly this claim chart and an adapted primary source graphic organizer. Ms. Ritter and I work well together. I am pleased to be implementing these strategies, in my classroom, and I look forward to learning more in the final stages of this course.